Hey, it's me, Sarah Lise, and I wanted to do a Facebook Live today about entering our soul sphere and what that looks like right now in terms of the Lionsgate portal that is just closed and also the eclipse window that is coming to a close as well. So energetically on the planet right now, we have a lot of activity going on, probably the strongest activity we've had in a very long time on this planet. And so all of these activities create emotional upheavals in people when they're not necessarily focused on their soul work and on their emotional body and what it is that they need to do to support themselves in this process. And so everyone on the planet is experiencing a transition, if you will, with this dynamic that has been playing itself out on planet Earth. So when we come to this understanding that we as a soul mechanism operate and embody this flesh body temple and that it animates our existence, then we start to pay attention, or we at least try to pay attention to what it is that that soul is asking us to do, what that soul is asking us to bring forward into the collective. And how are we here on this planet right now during this monumentous time where we get to experience all of this. I mean, it is so incredible what we're experiencing right now. And some of us are feeling really, really good and have lots of energy and are super jazzed and excited, and energy just flowing through our bodies. And other people are experiencing really spiky energies and anger and toxic drama in their relationships and in their workplace and their careers, and their whole lives are falling apart, or they're changing. I would rather say they're changing and falling together rather than falling apart. Because at the end of the day, when is the end of the day, right? We're on this journey together, and we have this idea that there's going to be an end to this. And for me, there is no end. Our souls are eternal. And so what happens is, unless we go into the fold back to source as a soul, and we choose not to embody in a physical flesh body temple or a crystalline based embodiment and some other, galactic region, we are embodied and we are living through these bodies. So we need to express these soul aspects in our embodiments and ground them where we are. Now, a lot of us have concurrent life streams in other embodiments, in other galactic regions of this galaxy and maybe other galaxies, other universes. And so once we begin to understand how vast our reach actually is and how big our influence is on a collective level with humanity, but also with the universal collective and the multiversal collective of humanoids and other beings, we start to have a deeper respect for our soul and for our embodiment. So, and we start to pay attention and really watch how we are reacting or responding to our environment. So when someone around us gets angry, for example, we can choose to react to that and get angry in response, or activate in our anger in response to whatever that anger is that's coming through that person. Or we can respond. We can take a step back and we can observe what is going on. We can look at the signs that are present with us in that moment. So if this person is angry, what is that person angry about? What is really going on there? right? What is actually going on? What's in the heart? What's the heart of the matter? What is this person asking for? What is this person angry about? What is this person being triggered into? What is this trigger that this person is experiencing, and where does it come from? Boom, there it is, right? And all of a sudden we see this, you know, library of information available to us, available to all of us. Oh, this is so weird. It's like flashing, but I'm gonna let it flash because energetically that's what's happening. So we get a library of information presented to us if we're paying attention and we're observing. If we allow ourselves to see beyond the veil and we let down our walls of resistance, right? Then we can see what's present. We can see what is communicating through the energy field and what is not being said necessarily, but what is actually being transmitted, the transmission that we are receiving. It may be painful on our end. We maybe feel like we're getting stabbed in the chest, for example. Physically, we may feel this, whoa, you know, that's painful, that's negative. But what's really going on? Is it about us at all? Usually, it's a previously conditioned response and belief, core belief and core trauma that created that belief that then created that response pattern, right? That is now enacting itself through this trigger, right? And so if I'm looking at this person and I'm saying, wow, you're triggered right now, and I can't find the source of it within what I have done in my actions, then I know for a fact that this person is reacting from a previous injury, a previous trauma, and PTSD, for example, is present, or someone is like traumatized in a certain way, and then that shows up in their reality. And so they reenact the same trigger in this pattern over and over and over again, and the reaction is literally the same every single time, or similar, and many things can react, many things can actually trigger that person into this response. It doesn't have to be one set of stimuli. It could be many different things that create this stimuli within, you know, the stimuli that then makes the trigger happen, that then makes the reaction happen rather than the response. So when we enter our soul sphere, we allow our soul to come online. We allow our soul to enter our essence. We give permission for our unadulterated, untampered with spirit to animate our bodies, which means that our reactions and our responses to things are incredibly important, because every single person that we are responding to is going to receive our transmission, right? So if we're angry in response, in reaction to someone's action, that could be a reaction from a post-traumatic reaction from a core trauma, right? So this person gets angry, we get hit energetically, and then we get angry and our fire comes up and we're like, our dragon energy is then activated. So here's the thing. Anger is not necessarily bad. Neither is our dragon fire. What's important to realize is that if we don't allow the integration of that fire, it will be unwieldy and out of control, okay? So our dragon essence is, in fact, a part of our soul sphere, right? So our soul sphere has all these aspects: mermaid, fairy queen, dragon, you know, you name it, we got it. Galactic priestess, Atlantean priestess, previous incarnations, mysteries of Avalon, right? The priestess of Avalon. We have been embodied so many times, so many times. There's no way that those aspects are not influencing our human experience now. There's just no way. In my opinion, this is, take it or leave it. This is my opinion about this. This is my experience, actually, that has developed my opinion over a long period of time. And when I was a child, my energy, so I'm a Sophia Christed soul, and my energy was tracked coming in. So what happened for me is they immediately went into harvesting my light and my energy, right? And I didn't have any control over that. And I had more than enough to give. So it didn't even really affect me per se. It did. Other things affected me more, like the oppression of my light. But the harvesting of my light, I had plenty to give. And most Sophias do. But what happens is, as we get older and as our fire gets stronger and the Sophia Christ light gets stronger, if we don't balance those energies and if we don't take our soul sphere into consideration, we burn out and we deplete ourselves and we get sick, and we can make ourselves sick through our thoughts, our belief systems, and our energy bodies get depleted, and then we don't have any vital resource to work with. We don't have any vital life force energy left. In 2014, this happened to me, and I almost died for real. I mean, I've had many exit points and opportunities to leave this planet, but this was like my light was flickering out. It was like going. And if I wouldn't have flown from Maui to Michigan to have my friend and colleague and beautiful, beloved sister of mine triage me back to life, I wouldn't be here, okay? And that's when I realized that I need to manage my energy like super hard. I need to really listen to the waves and the ebbs and the flows of my energy body and what's happening. So that I can be fully present and available for my soul essence to express through me. If my physical flesh body temple is not in operation or it's not functioning properly, and I'm tired or I'm run down or I'm burnt out because my anger, or I'm just burnt out because I'm like helping everybody else but myself, then I don't have anything left to give. So, and in the times that we're living in, and the way that it applies to now, is we are all being challenged to show up for ourselves, for our soul spheres, for our vertical alignment, rather than horizontal harvesting, which I created that idea in my mind about how we are going about receiving food, receiving energy. How are we processing energy? So there's horizontal harvesting, which is where we feed off of other people, off of food, off of, whatever it is we need, we take it in, we take. And then there's vertical alignment. And vertical alignment is where we are actually connected to our source light, our source energy, our monadic source seed presence. And we draw in and receive that which is ours to receive. So if you can close your eyes with me for a moment and allow yourself to just drop into the center of stillness within you. And imagine that there is a tube of light above your head, that you are sitting in a tube of light, and there's a Antakarana, which is a feeding tube of light that comes into your crown, and there's also one that comes into your heart. These are the two Antakarana that come from source that essentially feed you with light and with energy, pranic life force, vital life force energy, to be able to nourish and replenish and regenerate your vital life force energy so that you have, your cup is overflowing and your grail cup is flowing over and there's plenty to give. And this is a self-love practice that allows you to receive what it is that you need from your own source energy rather than trying to find it outside of yourself. So I want you to imagine that you have a golden sphere of light within your heart. And just focus there for a moment. And enter your soul sphere. Enter that golden sphere of light within you that is undulating and moving and pulsing. I want you to imagine breathing in chronically, so in other words, energetically pulling from the air all of your light and receiving what is yours as your divine birthright to receive. So you just chronically breathe in. That divine radiant source light energy that is yours. And on the exhale, imagine that it is expanding out into your field, creating a golden sphere of light around you. Now this becomes very bright and shiny. So I want you to imagine that there is a rainbow sphere encapsulating this golden sphere of light. And keep breathing in the golden light into your heart, into your source center of stillness within you. And exhaling and expanding out into your golden sphere with your rainbow sphere of light around you. And just relax into that for a moment. And allow that energy to resonate with where you are right now. Relaxing all the tension from the day, wherever you are on this beautiful rock. Just imagine that this soul sphere that you are in is yours and yours only. And from outside of your soul sphere, you can hear my voice, holding you in this space, in grace and ease. Now, if you notice your crown may start to tingle, keep breathing into your heart. And allow your crown light to expand. And watch as it flows through the rainbow bridge and connects to your source seed. A monadic source seed presence that sits in the cosmic ocean of light. Your soul spark. And invite that energy, that which is you, to co-create with you, to coalesce energy. Allow that magnificent, vast spirit of light from Source to be fully present and available for you. And invite yourself, the physical flesh body temple, to suspend all disbelief so that you are in a position to allow yourself to receive this light. In this aspect, in this fullness of you, in this current life stream. And as it enters, allow it to sit in your heart for a moment in that center of stillness. And allow it to drop down into your sacred bowl, your sacred womb, heart space. Your seat of power within this flesh body temple. And breathe that in. Allow for that to come online. And notice what's there, what's not meant to be there, and what is meant to be there. And relax and release any tension. And as you fill your body with your soul essence and your spirit, drop it down through your earth seat, through your base chakras, down into the center crystalline core of Gaia. Allow your soul to tap into the crystalline core of Gaia and allow her violet golden flame and her light, her crystalline light source energy to fill you up. When you feel it come back up into your heart, just let it sit there and ruminate for a moment. Inhale all that energy and allow yourself to relax into your power, into your full embodiment, and your fullest expression. Knowing that you are safe here in this soul sphere. And that this energy is the truth of who you are. And that you are filled with the light of spirit. And that fulfills you. This bliss, this activity, gently opening your eyes and coming into full presence with where you are right now. And fill this bubble, this rainbow bubble with your light. And take this into this world, walking in the world with this light. The rainbow bubble acts as a blending cloak. Something that blends your light so it shines bright, but it doesn't attract the wrong attention or the attention that you don't want. It brings what you do want, because now you're centered and grounded at your seat of power, unshakable. grounded, clear. You have now entered your soul sphere. You can stay here as long as you want. And when you feel yourself getting thrown out of it, just gently come back. Relax back into who you are and just stay. It is safe for us to be here now. The outside may not appear to be safe, but it is safe within your soul sphere. Deep gratitude for this knowing and this love that exists. It's amazing. And I'm so grateful that you joined me. I just felt really moved to share that today and every day, really. I sit in my soul sphere and I get knocked out, but I come back because it's my safe zone. It's my soul sphere, and no one can take that. No one can mess with that. It's mine, and I own it. And you can own yours too. I bow to the divinity within you. May bless this time together, knowing that divine and compelling right action is taking place in this moment, now and forevermore. And for the benefit of all beings, we do this work. May all beings be free from suffering.